This is day 2 of our Mammoth trip. It's quite a long trip, over 90 miles, so we're breaking it up into 2 videos. Crossing the stream here on 2S142, and we're going to head over towards Owens River Road and then up to Bald Mountain through Big Springs Campground. We've actually crossed over the Owens River Road. We're on 2S85. We're going to take this over, cross back over the road at Big Springs Campground, and then head up to 2S04, which is a big wide dirt road, and we'll take that up towards Bald Mountain Road. So we crossed the highway back at Big Springs, and we took Big Springs Road 2S04 all the way up the mountain to Bald Mountain Road, which is 2S42. We then turned right, followed it for a while, followed the signs towards the Bald Mountain Lookout Station, and this is 1S05. It's the very top of that road, and we'll be coming up to the lookout here very shortly. We've reached the top. You can see Pete's there on the left. Coming up, you can see Kevin headed towards the outhouse. We're going to circle around here and stop, have a beer break, take in the view, and then head back down, head over towards Mono Lake. So as I was headed down this road, I saw Pete headed back up. Wasn't exactly sure what was going on, so I went ahead and turned around. We'll head back up to the top and see what's happening here. So I'm not sure how Pete managed to get a bunch of ribbon wrapped around him and his motorcycle, but he did. So as soon as he gets himself untangled here, we'll be headed back down 1S05, down, take Bald Springs Road, and then catch a trail headed up to Mono Mills, which is sort of the jumping off point for Mono Lake. So we just turned off 2S42 Bald Mountain Road onto 1S13. We'll be taking this for quite a while. It's a really cool double wide ATV type road. A little soft in some places, but winds here through the trees. Good place to see wildlife. Unfortunately, Pete and Kevin probably scared them all off at this point since they're quite a ways in front of me. But it's still a real pretty section of the forest. So we're approaching Highway 120. We're going to cross it, and there'll be a little rest stop there at Mono Mills. We'll have a little beer break, and then we'll head down some real soft sandy washes out towards Mono Lake, and spend a little bit of time over at Navy Beach. Okay, we're headed out of Mono Mills, and we're headed towards Mono Lake and Navy Beach. We're actually taking 1S21. We'll be headed towards the east side of Mono Lake, and then make a left-hand turn on 1N53 and parallel Mono Lake for a while until we get closer to Navy Beach. Okay, we've made it down to 1 and 53 and we turned left. This is a little sandier trail in between the scrub here. It heads west towards the eastern Sierras there. Caught up with Kevin here, who is a little confused on which way to go. He's never been up here before. So pointed him in the right direction, and we're just coming up to the main road that takes us down to Navy Beach. We're going to go ahead and swing around, turn right on that road, head right down to the beach there, and take another beer break. Okay, we spent about 30 minutes down at Navy Beach. We're headed back to Mono Mills. For some reason, Pete has decided to take 1 and 54 instead of 1 and 53. So we're on this pretty deep, nasty sand trail. We'll see how things go. Well, Pete just called me in the headset here and said we're going to turn around. This trail is just a little bit too deep, going in the wrong direction as well. So we decided to turn around. We'll head back and jump on actually Highway 120, which we took back to Mono Mills, took a little bit of break, and now we're going to head over towards June Lake. Probably next stop will be at the Shell station. So this is 1S95 headed back towards Bald Mountain Road. This is actually right up here where I believe that I made the wrong turn and lost Kevin and Pete. You'll see briefly there's a meadow on the right coming up. Trail splits. I took the right-hand fork right there across this wide open meadow, and I believe I should have merged a little bit to the left and stayed on the main road, but I didn't, and I'm headed now also towards Bald Mountain Road, but a little bit further west. So I came out on Bald Mountain Road 1S08. It's coming up here in a second. Spent about 10 minutes driving up and down, seeing if I could find Pete and Kevin. Couldn't find them at all, so this is Bald Mountain Road right here. So I just decided to head over to the June Lake store. I figured that would be the next place they would stop. Took 1S122 and I connected over here to 1S09 and headed towards the Shell station on the southern end of the Mono Craters Loop. You can see Highway 395 there off to my left. This is a marked loop. I think this is the Mono Craters Loop. Actually real pretty up in here. Doesn't seem to get a lot of usage on some of these trails. So we're headed north again, paralleling 395. Should be over at the June Lake store shortly. So we're heading down out of the mountains now. We're going to cross a flat valley, which is a little bit south and west of Mono Craters, and then we'll head directly towards Highway 395, cross the highway, and we'll be right at the June Lake store. Hopefully Kevin and Pete will be there waiting for me. You can see there's a big flat valley out straight ahead of us. We get down to the flat area here, we're going to turn left. That'll head us back north and directly to our destination. So this is 1S127. We're going to turn left again on 1S125 and then get onto 1S125B. Closer to crossing 395. So we're going to jump on 1S138B and follow that for a little bit. Hopefully it'll take us up to Highway 395 and over to the June Lake store. We're on this long downhill straightaway. This is 1S119. We're going to get to 1S135, turn left, and we will be right at Highway 395. Okay, we have reached Highway 395. See if we can get across this safely, and then see if Pete and Kevin are at the Shell station. Unfortunately, I do not see either of their bikes, so I'll take a break here and see if they show up. And this will conclude day 2, part 1 of our Mammoth adventure.